good. That is all the fat that we were able to drain. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a new day, and today we're gonna do another what I eat in a day to lower high cholesterol. For today's breakfast, we're gonna start with yogurt and some fruit, as well as some walnuts and granola. Super simple. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, first things first, we are going to weigh our yogurt. I'm going to be using some Greek yogurt. This is the non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I get this from BJ's, but you can get it at Costco, anywhere you like. You're supposed to eat 5 ounces of yogurt. So I'm going to add 5, and that looks good. I sometimes add less because I find that I don't eat the whole thing. It's just way too much. And then for my fruit, we're gonna add 1 pear since I have like a ton of pears. So we're gonna wash that. And then I'm gonna add half a banana. Now we mix it up. This is not the most aesthetically pleasing breakfast, but you know what? That's just the reality. Can't always look nice, my friends. Next, we're gonna drizzle a little bit of honey because plain yogurt is pretty plain. It's actually like sour, bitter, honestly. And this is local raw honey. So living here in Florida, allergies are pretty bad. So I always like to add at least a tiny bit every day to keep allergies at bay. This was life-changing for my husband. He loves it. So a little bit is fine. And then we're going to top it off with a tiny bit of walnuts. I'm not gonna put too much. That's good. And then I'm also going to add this keto granola. I don't have much left, but I buy it at Costco. So if you're ever in Costco, check it out. It has like pumpkin seeds, coconut flakes, a little bit of raisins. I don't know, it's really good. Sliced almonds. So a tiny bit to give it that crunch. And this is breakfast for today. The makeup is officially on. I do not look like a crazy person, and the kids are in bed, which is good news because we are going to now have a lunch, which, by the way, for our snack, it was really simple. We had a cheese string plus an apple. That's it. Nothing extraordinary. It's quick and easy to grab the fridge and the fruit and you're good to go. Usually we have this snack around like 1 o'clock. It's 2:30 right now, so it's time for me to start cooking so that we can kind of eat around 3:30ish, 3:15. So for lunch, I'm not quite sure exactly what we're gonna be eating. I think we're gonna go with salmon. It's been a while since we've had salmon, and I really like doing like this lemon dill salmon, and I need to use a lot of this salad, so probably some sort of salad to go on the side and 1 more vegetable like an asparagus or something like that. I wanted to show you the salmon that I use. I get this one from Costco. It's the wild caught Alaska sockeye salmon. This salmon comes frozen and it comes individually wrapped, which is really nice. So you just take out whatever you need, and if you want to keep the skin on, you can. If you are not a fan of the skin, you can always take it off. Now, my husband and I, we're not a huge fan of the skin. So I'm going to show you how I actually take it off since it's frozen. Because it's frozen, a lot of the times it's just really hard to take off, but I have a tip for you that works. And my cookware, actually, you're able to cook frozen to finish dishes because it creates a vacuum seal, so it traps all the heat inside and allows it to cook all the way through. I never have to thaw my meats or fish or anything like that, so that's what's nice about my cookware. It's called Salmon Master, in case you're curious. It's expensive, but so worth it. I've had them for, oh my gosh, I think like 13 years now, and they look brand new. Anyways, besides the point of the whole cookware thing, I am going to be using these completely frozen. So we have 2 little pieces right here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Things first, we're going to preheat our skillet, and then we are going to add a little bit of olive oil and put our frozen fish in here. I'm going to add a tiny bit of olive oil. Really, it's just to coat the bottom where we're gonna be placing our salmon. Now, this is my trick. If you have frozen salmon, or if you want like an easy way to basically peel it off, place the bottom first. And then you let it cook on the bottom. Then with a spatula, the bottom part where the skin is, it just comes right off. It's such a hack. You don't have to fight with it. A lot of the times when I tried to take it off without doing that, it's like part of the salmon or the fish would come off. So I'll show you once it's ready, and you'll see how easy it is. But for now, we're gonna cover this up because this is going to work as an oven, and it's going to cook through my fish. And a little bit, we're gonna season it. So for now, let's start with our salad. Okay, so this little hydroponic is awesome. I have been able to make pesto pasta with the basil, and now we're going to make a salad with lettuce seeds that I planted right in there. So let's start cutting some lettuce. Look at all this lettuce. It is so much. The bottom was starting to die, so you can kind of see here that it was going bad. One little leaf went bad itself. So you gotta kind of stay on top of it. I've been meaning to make a salad, but y'all, it smells so good. It smells like fresh salad, and it's nice and crunchy. I think this is going to be one. I think I'm gonna cut the other one as well, just because I wanna start over. I wanna just regrow some more. I put too many seeds in one pot, and that's why it kind of, I don't know, it got smushed in there, it got overpowered. So I think I'm just gonna chop it all off and make a huge salad. Whatever's left over, I'll just save it for later or tomorrow, sometime this week. That's what's nice about this. Once you cut it, you can place it in the fridge, and you have yourself a little in-home garden. This is kind of wild. Look at all these roots. This is where our lettuce came from. So we gotta start over from scratch. This was the other one that I was able to harvest. It's a lot of lettuce. I mean, look at this. How cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and season our salmon because it's time. All right, so let's check it out. It is looking good. So for this specific fish, we're going to add some salt. This is Himalayan salt. I find that this salt is pretty strong, so be careful at how much you use. This little wooden spoon is 1/4 of a teaspoon, and it's plenty. We're gonna add a little bit of pepper. And now we're going to add a tiny bit of dill weed. This smells so good and it tastes delicious. And one of my favorites, this Mrs. Dash. This is the lemon pepper flavor on fish. Y'all, it tastes so good. I also love it with vegetables. It is delicious. At the end, I'm going to add a little bit of lemon, but I think it's time for us to kind of flip it so that we can cook it on the other side. And I want to show you now how easily the skin comes off. You place it right underneath and you kind of shift it, and look, you see? It kind of got placed right there at the bottom. And then with your spatula, I just kind of scoot it over. Some people like this crunchy part. My husband, not so much. And then I flip it. And then you can kind of finish taking it off right here. So see, with a flat spatula, you can just take off any of the fish, the skin, if you're not a fan. Same thing with this one. You can see how easily it just pops off. Look at that. It pops off so easily, and you're able to just push it off because it gets crunchy. And then you flip it. And then like these little pieces right here, look, you just slowly peel off. And boom, the skin is off. And there you go. So this is a little hack. I'm not gonna add any more salt, but now we're going to cover this up and let it finish cooking.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the winners know? Tell me and be honest, tell me, should I've known that you'd believe in me? So painfully quiet and slow, I try my best to move on, to let go.
Look at the salad. How gorgeous does that look? Let's check back on our fish. Oh, it's looking good. So now we're going to flip it. See, it got crispy on one side. Now I need to get crispy on the other.
Tell me and be honest, tell me, should I know that you believe in me? So painfully quiet and slow, I try my best to move on, letting go.
For the salad, I'm going to keep it really basic. We're going to add cucumber as well as some cherry tomatoes. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. This will give it a really nice flavor. And I'll probably use a little bit of blue cheese and ranch. The key to using dressings is to measure. Sometimes we pour freely, and that's why we actually end up using way more dressing than we should. We should really be cutting it out as much as possible, but I'm trying to finish it off, and I don't want to just throw it away. With the cholesterol diet, you really should be cutting out full fat dairy. In the book that I bought, they said that Parmesan is okay to eat, but just not a lot. You just want to make sure you use skim light on all of your dairy consumption and really try to minimize it as much as possible. One thing that I did start using is this, because my large cheese grater would just grate way too much cheese. I feel like I have a better portion control with this little one. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it down below if you're interested, but I just find that I use way less Parmesan cheese than I normally would. Right, Mama? We have a baby down here, so sorry for the shaky camera. All right, my friends, it's time to eat. Check out my fish. It looks so good. So tonight for dinner, we're gonna be doing ground beef stuffed peppers. One thing that you do wanna make sure that you use is super lean ground beef. This is the one that I use. I believe I got this one at BJ's. I shop at BJ's and Costco. I can't remember, but it's basically 93% lean and 7% fat, but I'm still going to degrease this. And the way that I degrease it is by using a steamer, basically. A steamer pot where they have the baskets. I place the meat on there, I put water at the bottom, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna drain the fat. That way it's going to take out even more of the fat, because obviously with high cholesterol, you don't want to eat a ton of fat. Saturated fats are not the best for you. Red meats aren't the best for you when you do have high cholesterol. It doesn't mean take them out. You can still consume them. Moderation is key, and we're just going to degrease this. So as you can see, I have here a little bit of water. It's about 2 inches at the bottom. And now what I do is I place my insert. Now this insert is used for degreasing meats. Most people use it for steaming vegetables, or like corn on the cob, mashed potatoes even. I like to use it for degreasing meats. And this is the perfect way to do it, because you're going to place your meat right in here, and then it's going to drain at the bottom. So once again, my meat is completely frozen. I'm going to place this in between medium and high. Mama. Yeah, buddy, what's going on? We cover it up and we let it cook. All right, let's check out our meat. It is looking good. So this is when we go ahead and smash it. Now I'm going to season it. We're going to add a little bit of garlic salt. Next, we're going to add some pepper. And then we're going to add a little bit of chili powder. I like this chili powder. It is not spicy. I know a lot of people don't like spice. This is not spicy. It gives it a nice flavor, and it also gives the food some color. I definitely recommend the Badia brand chili powder. And we're going to cover it and let it continue to drain the fat. For now, we're going to start to work on our peppers. We have our bell peppers. We're going to prep them, and I like opening up the top as much as possible. So the wider, the better. And then we're going to kind of take out the insides here a little bit, as well as the seeds. I mean, if you eat some of the seeds, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But if you want to take them out, just go ahead and do that, and boom, you have this. Same thing over here. The wider the better, because then you're able to really stuff them. But have no fear, we're still going to use this part. Boom! There we go. We have a hollow pepper. One's tall and one's short. Here is where I'm going to just cut this. And these, we're just going to add to the meat to give more flavor. Check out our meat. It is looking good. Going to mash this up. The grease has fallen on the bottom. And I want to show you that part, because that part is pretty crazy. Look at all that. That is all the fat that we were able to drain. It's pretty impressive how much fat is still in a lean meat. And this is just a little tip and trick to get even more. It's time to stuff our peppers. I'm going to use this piece of cookware, but you can use any baking dish that will get your peppers to stand. So we're gonna use a spoon to start stuffing this, and we're gonna create layers. So I got one of these, and now this is when we grab the peppers that we chopped up and we add here like a layer, because now this is going to be placed in the oven to cook our pepper. Our bell pepper is gonna release a lot of juice. It's gonna be so yummy. So it's gonna taste delicious. Now, if you want to, you can use cheese, but we've already had our dose of cheese today. And I'm actually going to make a guac salad to act as cheese. All right, take a look. This is what they look like. They look so nice. We're gonna place these in the oven, and we're gonna move on to the salad. All right, we're going to start with our avocado salad, and I only have one avocado, which is fine. It just won't be a lot, but this is basically what's gonna act like sour cream as well as like melted cheese. I've done this before and it tastes so good. As long as you season it correctly, you add the right stuff to it, it'll taste really good. So for this, I'm going to add some sea salt. I find that sea salt tastes really good. And we are going to chop up some of this onion. It's going to be a little tiny bit, so not a lot, because it's, you know, a small guac. So onion is great to help lower the cholesterol. You just want to make sure that you try to take off the paper part, this thin paper part, and leave that bottom layer. Next, we're going to cut up a tomato. I'm using half a tomato because it's just me and my husband who are going to be eating this. But if you're using a lot more guac, I would use the whole tomato. Let's scoop this in. We want the juice of the tomato because the juice is going to help create that creamy consistency. And last but not least, cilantro. Put as much cilantro as you want. The cilantro is going to give it quite a bit of flavor. I know some people can't handle the flavor of cilantro because it tastes like soap to them. My dad is one of those people. But here we go. We're going to add it right in here. Now we're going to squeeze some lime. The lime juice is going to prevent your avocado from turning brown. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't need like a ton. And now we mash. Check it out. It looks good. This is how I eat it. I cut it in half, place the avocado on top, and it acts like cheese, sour cream. It's, I don't know, it has that texture and it gives the meat a lot of flavor. Last but not least, I like to add some hot sauce. This is the hot sauce that we use, Cholula. It's amazing. I am team Cholula, not Tabasco. Don't hate me if you like Tabasco. But this completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will definitely do more of these types of videos so that you guys can kind of get an insight of what it's like to try to eat healthy and to lower our cholesterol. Like always, remember to dream big, be brave, and explore life. Until next time. Mwah.